Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to another Versus System 2-player card game for Marvel. This is Protectors of New York. So this is an interesting little set because it is volume number 6, number 3, but unlike the usual issues in that, where they had like an overall theming, this has a very loose theming along with the previous two sets, which were the Children of Lilith and the Underworld Defenders. I forgot the exact name, but it was the Heroes for Hire against some there. And those are little tiny decks. This is a big box set again. So this is like a core set, so you get all your extra stuff to play, which is interesting to become third. Usually that fell in the middle. Also, this is, as of currently, along with those other two previous ones, were upper deck exclusives. Not entirely sure what the reasoning for is why they're upper deck exclusives. I'm really just hoping that doesn't mean that these were the last three sets they had designed and they're just trying to get them out quick before they quit the game. So that'd be kind of a bummer, but who knows. Since when a force of evil threatens Spider characters throughout the multiverse, every Spider-Man ever is needed to save the day. In this large set, you can team up with Spider Friends team, which include Peter Parker's, Miles Morales, Ben Reilly, and Ghost Spider in the biggest Spider event ever. Or join the Sinister Syndicate team to horrify them by the power you have. So that's a very loose definition to make it sound like it's like Enter the Spider-Verse or Spider-Geddon and stuff. And it's just more a giant team of Spider characters and then some more Sinister Six. But they do play very much different than some of the previous ones. But you can mix and match them with the other teams. The other departure from the previous two ones in Volume 6 where the other ones were Underworld or Defender characters. And these don't have either of them. It's Spider-Man or Sinister Six or Sinister Squadron characters. But they do have one card in here that connects all of them together, which is very interesting. You know what? We're just going to hop in and look at that one card right now, because it's very interesting that they threw this one in there. We'll look at, we're just going to jump in and look at it quick. So here we have Word on the Street, which can be used, which has loyalty to the streets. Put this in your deck only if each card with a team and each character in your deck is either a Defender, an Underworld, a Spider-Man, or a Sinister Syndicate character. It has all four symbols up at the top. It says draw 4 cards, build, put a supporting character that costs 4 or less from your hand and your side. Main, heal up to 4 wounds among supporting characters on your side. Combat, put 4 1/1 counters on a character on your side. So it's pretty crazy. They have this one card that kind of combines all three of these sets and works really well, but it was only in this. It would have been almost neat if they would have put like one copy in each deck, like one in one box, one in the other box, and then 2 in here. This is a bigger set. That would have been kind of a neat idea as well. What they did is they did break this one down to 2 copies in the Spider-Man set and then 2 in the Sinister Syndicate set. Alright, so being a big set, we are going to get our token sheet, which has some 1/1, -1, some X's, and then flip it over to the 3s. And then we have our rule book, which there isn't too much new to go on in the rule book. It's just, again, re-explaining how the game's played for maybe new people that haven't played it before. It's Sinister Syndicate team, I guess. I could call it Sinister Six, but it's a Syndicate for this. But yeah, there's no extra, new rules in here. But there is usually a page. Did I already miss it? There's some uniqueness in here, just to keep in mind in. Where was that? Now I can't find it, because of course I'm looking for it, so. There's our listings for our characters. Main character specifications. This is one thing we want to look at. Just to note this, because there are some things in here. Some characters share the same mantle as others. For example, Peter Parker's, Miles Morales, Ben Reilly all have gone by the Spider-Man. In cases like this, newer characters of the Versus system will have one or more stars before and after its name to differentiate. Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Miles Morales is Star Spider-Man. Peter Parker from the Ultimate Universe is double star Spider-Man, and Ben Reilly is triple star Spider-Man. So most characters don't get past the one star. So it's 3 stars is pretty crazy. The card's full name includes the star treatment, so it will count as a different character for all circumstances. This allows each of them to be played together without violating the uniqueness rule, as also means they can't be used to power each other up. Spider Sense is a new keyword. It gives characters a boost in combat. When a character's Spider Sense is in combat, anytime you could take an action such as playing a plot twist or powering up, you can have that character's Spider Sense to gain +3 defense for the combat. So it says you can also use Spider Sense when the character is attacking or defending, but you can only use it once per turn. Some cards with Spider-Man in its name. Some effects in this issue refer to characters as Spider-Man as name. This includes Spider-Man being in the card title top of the card, as well as AKA Spider-Man in the text box. Name of the mantle, such as Spider-Man Star or 2-star, also count as having Spider-Man in their name. So, although 1-star Spider-Man and 3-star Spider-Man are different names, if it asks for the word Spider-Man, it's counting any portion of that. Also, again, with Spider, where it's the same name, except it's Spider. So as long as it's a Spider. So, like, Ghost Spider would have Spider in its name. So I just want to look at some of these special ones. Like Daredevil, Iron Man, Wolverine directly refer to Spider-Man, so they do not include other characters such as Spider-Man mantles with stars. So that's definitely one other thing to keep in mind. I'm just trying to see if any of these other ones have... yeah, so some other little effects here and there, but we won't worry about them too much. Let's just go ahead and hop in and see what we have here. So we're going to start with our first main character, which is Miles Morales Spider-Man at level 1, who has energy threads. Main, he has a blue move supporting character to, on any side, to another one of its rows. If it is equipped, you may put its equipment into its owner's hand. Interesting. So not a lot of equipment, but the fact is you can mess with something helps. Life Lesson, level up 1. When this character on his side with Spider-Man in its name gets KO'd, Spider-Man gains 1 XP. Oh boy. Thematic, of course. Spider-Man dies, so now he gets to become the new Spider-Man. And then he has his level 2. He keeps energy threads, but he has I am Spider-Man. Build with yellow. Draw a card for each character with on your side with Spider-Man in its name. Neat. So if you can get a lot of Spider-Man cards out, he can become very powerful. Then we jump to Ben Reilly's Spider-Man, who has 3, who's also AKA Scarlet Spider. So I wonder if retroactively any Scarlet Spider is now Spider-Man with 3 stars. I wonder if that would work that direction as well. But that'd be like a, unwritten errata. Who's who? You start the game with an identity pile. Cloning around. At the start of your build phase, you may choose a character in your identity pile you haven't chosen this game. Spider-Man gains that character's printed powers for the start of your build phase. Class Clone. Instead of Class Clone, it's funny. When you choose a character with cloning around this game, he gains 1 XP. Interesting. So we're going to definitely have to look up what his ability exactly does. But let's look at his upgraded version first. So when you level him up to level 2, how many XP does it require? 3. Okay. And then he gains that. Alright, so what's that do exactly? So Spider-Man main character. Your identity pile includes 1 copy of any number of characters with Spider-Man in their name from the Illustrated Universe. You can't use Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff. The pile is public, any player can look at any variable. You choose which cards are included in it. So you can have 1 Spider-Man if you want. You could have 6 Spider-Man. Cloning on only lets you choose a character in your identity pile you haven't already chosen this game. This includes Spider-Man levels up. He still has the same cloning power and still keeps track of which characters from his pile you've chosen. If somehow his power gets copied onto another character, it's still checking which character you have already chosen in this pile. For example, if you've chosen a character in your identity pile for Spider-Man, you won't be able to choose it again for another character. Interesting. So it's almost like once you choose them, you should either put them like face down or remove them from the game. so you know that you've done that. That's pretty neat. That's a cool little ability, though, right? So it kind of lets him use every other Spider-Man's printed powers till the end of the next phase. That's a neat little idea. We have a brand new regular Peter Parker Spider-Man who has Climb High. At the start of your main phase, you may exhaust a Spider-Friend special location on your side. If you do, put a 1/1 counters on 2/1/1 counters on Spider-Man. The best view of the city. Level up 3. When Spider-Man climbs high, he gains 1 XP. Interesting. So for him to level up, you have to exhaust a Spider-Man card. Cool. And then he has level 2, he has Spider Sense. Once per turn, when Spider-Man is in combat, anytime you could take an action, they give him 3 defense. And then he has the High Ground. I have the High Ground, Anakin. Put 1/1 counter on each Spider-Man character, is protecting, and another 1/1 counter on each of them for each special location on your side. Nice. So here it is, you're just exhausting this to be able to do it, so you're not like getting rid of it. But you have to have them out. And then actually, because it just says, yeah, so you can find a way to unexhaust it, you use the same one repeatedly. Neat. And then you can put a bunch of counters on himself and his teammates. Alright. Our last main character is we have Jessica Drew, the Spider-Woman, who has dodge. Spider-Woman can't be ranged attack. She has super strength. Double all 1/1 counters and attack defense increase Spider-Woman when getting melee combat, and Super Spider. Level up 5. When Spider-Woman gains any mode of attack or gains any mode of defense, she gains 1 XP. Cool. So the other 3 are all like very Spider-Man-ish, and hers is kind of more like she's just a powerhouse. She levels up, she keeps dodge, she keeps super strength, but she has Venom Punch. During combat, pay a green. If this is a melee combat, put a 1/1 counter on Spider-Woman, or she gets +2 to this combat. Cool. That is very neat. Alright, then like all the other main cards, unless otherwise stated, we have 4 copies of each of our supporting characters, so I'm not going to put all 4 up there, just to save some space on my easel. We have Silk, Cindy Moon, who has Silk Sense reaction. When an enemy character plays a plot twist to cancel it. Oh, that's mean. Spider-Girl, who is Ariana? I can't think of her last name. But she has Spider Sense. During combat, you can give her +3 defense. We get Black Widow. I like this. This is kind of cool. We have some Spider friends who aren't necessarily Spider-Man characters. Go to sweep any combat. If this is a melee combat, gaze the enemy character in combat. Nice. We have Madam Web, Julia Carpenter version. That's why she has the stars on there, because she's the second Madam Web, because the other one is the older lady. Project Thoughts. Put a 1/1 counter on each character on the side with Spider in its name. Nice. We have Hawkeye. I also like that we're getting some like Avenger characters, or other characters that are now Spider-Friend abilities or teams, because then you can mix and match them a little bit better, having to team attacks. Snapshot. Pay a red. Hawkeye gains Sniper and Quick Draw. He can range attack protected characters, and when he is ranged attacking, he can't be struck. Cool. Spider-Woman. She's going to get Super Strength and Spider Sense, which we read. Ben Reilly, Spider-Man, Scarlet Spider. He has Dodge, can't be ranged attack, and Web Sling. Move a back row enemy to its front row. We have Daredevil in his black costume. Interesting. It's like they're hanging out in Chinatown. Dodge, and first team up. When Daredevil is team attacking, he has Combat Mastery. When Daredevil team attacks with Spider-Man, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each of them. Ooh, that's fun. I think Combat Mastery. Of course, this book doesn't list every keyword, which is one big downside of this game, is they have so many keywords, but they don't keep listing them every time. I was just trying to see if I had that listed in here somewhere. Super Strange Spider, blah blah, new stuff. No. I believe, if I remember right, it just gives him a +1/+1 counter while attacking. But yeah, these with Spider-Man, he gains an extra bonus. That's pretty cool. Silver Sable. Hiring for the Wild Pack. You pay 2 less to recruit characters to a minimum of 1. Nice. Iron Man, who has Spider Mentor. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on your main character. Pick Spider-Man, put another +2/+2/1/1 counters on him. I like these ones because they're really boosting Spider-Man. And since it's just, the thing is, it's just regular Spider-Man, so it doesn't limit who you can play him with, but it does make for a really strong deck because there are other Spider-Man cards. And we have regular old Spider-Man here, who has super strength and amazing. Spider-Man strikes enemy supporting character in combat. Good old Wolverine. Logan here. I guess I haven't been saying everybody's names like I usually do, so let me just jump back in there. So I usually try and do that. We have Black, of course, Natasha Romanoff, Clint Barton, then we had Matt Murdock, Silver Sable, that's her name. I'm sure she has another name. I don't know what her actual name is other than Silver Sable. Then Wolverine, Logan, James Holloway. Frank Fo Farrell. When Wolverine has Berserker while Spider-Man is on your side. Wolverine has Berserker while Spider-Man is on the enemy side. Wolverine has Berserker while he's wounded. Oh boy, Wolverine's just a Berserker. He's pissed off no matter what. And then Ferocious. While in melee combat, Wolverine strikes before character is out Ferocious. Berserker says when this character attacks, put a 1/1 counter on this. I think the interesting thing is the rulebook does say that Wolverine potentially gives him 3 counters. Because he could be wounded, you could have Spider-Man on your side, and you could be fighting off against the opponent's Spider-Man. So you could have extra 3/3 easily with him. Spider-Gwen, or aka Ghost Spider, also known as Gwen Stacy, has Climb High. Oh, just like the regular Spider-Man ability. Exhaust the location to put 1/1 counters. And Extra Dimensional Spider Sense. When Gwen is attacked, you may remove her from the game with her counters. If you do, put her on the start of your next turn. Oh, that's fun. The Miles Morales Spider-Man is our last supporting character, who has Leap, he has Flying on your turn, and Energy Threads. Move a supporting character to another of its rows. If it is equipped, you may put its equipment in its owner's hand. Neat. Could also be a way to get one of your equipment back into your hand. Alright, then we have some plot twists. We have Spider Friends. Combat. Choose a Spider Friend character. In combat, it can't be struck this combat. Stay alert. Choose a character on your side and put a side in combat the defense higher than its attack. Put a 1/1 counter on it and then draw a card. Well, this works really well with that Spider Sensibility, right? Where they can also gain 3 defense. Better safe than sorry. Choose a character on your side in combat, convert any of its attacks into defense. Nice. We have a one-of-a-kind, so that means we only have 1 copy of this in the deck. We have the Spider Tracer equipment. Track them down. You can equip only to an unequipped enemy character. That character on your side can't. Characters on your side can attack that character even while it's protected. That's cool. Then we also have a 1 copy of Spider Home, which requires a Spider Friend main character, and it's one of a kind, of course. Regular Haunts. At the start of your turn, you may turn this location face down. If you do, turn up to 2 of your other face down locations face up. Oh, that's neat. So it doesn't really do a whole lot for you in general, like to start with. But the fact is you can then turn a couple of your guys back up to reuse them, which is really neat. Then we have 4 copies of the Daily Bugle, which is the same as the Daily Bugle from the previous Spider-Man set. Just now we got some more copies of it to work with this one. So yeah, produce any energy for a Spider-Man character. And then we got in this half of the deck, the Spider-Man half, we have our 2 copies of the Word on the Street, which we've seen. And then we have 4 copies of the Academy, which is Midtown High. The Fortress, which is probably the Raft. The Laboratory, which is Oscorp. And the Training Grounds, where a bunch of spider guys are beating the crap out of each on top of a building. Yes, you get 4 copies of each of those, and then we'll also have another 4 of each of those for the other side of the deck. Awesome, so that's Spider-Man. That's some really neat stuff in there. Let's jump into the Sinister Six, or Sinister Squadron. Sinister Syndicate. It's one of those sinister things. There's always a neat one where it has all those different, like, faces on the wall. Heroes, villains. Well, it has Jack-o'-lantern, which is literally just a Jack-o'-lantern. Pumpkin Whip, Chameleon. Oh boy, I don't remember Chameleon's real name. He has knockout darts. KO a wounded enemy on supporting character. Weighing the options. When Chameleon KOs an enemy supporting character, he gains 1 XP for each printed power it has. Cool, so the higher he takes him out, the more he can do. And then he has level 2, he has knockout darts, Devil in Disguise. Move a supporting character in an opponent's KO pile from the game. Chameleon puts on that disguise. He has +6 Blazing Disguise. He loses disguise when he gets stunned or when a character with the same name is on any side. Interesting. I was like, I wonder if he has something with his changing ability. So basically, the more people he knocks out, lets him take their place. It's just some really cool bonuses there. So yeah, we do have a little bit of book description on this. It says, for example, Chameleon removes Daredevil from the game and is now Daredevil disguise on. He gets 6/6, but Daredevil is ever on any side your enemy sees through disguise and he goes away. Then 1 disguise at a time, but he can chase disguise by using his Devil in Disguise again. Note, being in disguise only gives him a +6/6. It does not change his name or anything else about him. So he doesn't gain, so like, example, like he can't turn, he could KO a Spider-Man, put on the Spider-Man disguise, have the 6/6, but he's not changing his name to Spider-Man, so he doesn't boost up any of those Spider-Man abilities or take advantage of them. Dr. Octopus. Octo guys. If Doc Ock is in the front row, choose an enemy character. At the end of its next turn, stun that character if it didn't melee attack Doc Ock this turn. Interesting they shortened it up to Doc Ock. Super Strength double when encounters an attacking defense increase that he would get. Leading from the front line when Doc Ock enters a melee combat, while in the front row he gains +1 combat. Interesting, so they're making him like less of the scientist thing and more of like the straight up brawler. Keeps his Octo guys. He has Octo Grab. Choose an enemy character in this combat, randomly get -1 to -8 this combat. Interesting. And then Super Strength. That's pretty cool. Different way to play him. We have Green Goblin. Of course, Doc Ock is Otto Octavius, and Green Goblin is Norman Osborn. Potentially, it could be one of the other Osborns. Could be Harry. Most likely Norman, though, with that costume. Razorbacks. This turn, Green Goblin has target, or has range, and was in the ranged attack, and the defender can't defend him. And Spider Fiend. When an enemy character is stunned, Green Goblin gains 1 XP. If it is a Spider Friend, he gains an additional 1 XP. When he levels up, he keeps his Razorbacks. And Pumpkin Bombardment. Drop 6 pumpkin bombs onto the enemy's side. What does that even mean? Alright, we gotta look at our book here. So here we have Octo guys is stunned chosen character even if it never had an opportunity to melee attack Doc Ock that turn. For example, a character might be frozen or Doc Ock might have temporary left plays. Interesting. To drop 6 pumpkin bombs, place 6 -1/-1 counters onto a card held flat at least 6 inches above the enemy's side. Then drop Drop the counters onto that side. Each counter that lands on enemy character is applied that effect. This includes whether it's on the 1 side or 3/3 side. If the counter is touching more than one card, the Green Goblin player chooses which card it applies to. Only counters that land enemy characters, no friendly fires. You must use official counters as pumpkin bars. Note, a 3.5-inch tall card. So if you stack 2 vertically above each other, that's 6 inches. Okay, just so you have an idea of when to do it. Where you drop pumpkin bombs, you may request the enemy player push each card in their front row together so that their edges are touching but not overlapping. Each card in their back row together so their edges are touching, and then put their back rows directly behind their front row. Interesting. So basically, if someone has their cards all spaced out, you can request that they push all their cards together so you're not having gaps in there. That's interesting. It's a weird gimmick to play. Cool. Craven the Hunter. Quick Quaff. At the start of your turn, move a 1/1 counter from Craven. Jungle Potion. Put 3 1/1 counters on Craven. Interesting. So they put counters on what they wear off. Top of the food chain. At the end of your turn, if Craven has a higher attack than each enemy character, he gains 1 XP. Neat. So you have to like pump him up quickly. Then when he levels up, he has Quick Quaff and Jungle Potion. But he has Sharpening Skills. Choose one Craven doesn't have. He gains it for the rest of the game. Dodge. Ferocious, Genius, Hunter, Leap, and Lethal. Okay, so cool. So Dodge can't be ranged attack. Genius, start your turn, draw a card. Hunter has +3 will attack while attacking. Leap, he gains flying on your turn. And Lethal, if he wounds a defending character, KO it. Cool. That's kind of a neat effect. Like, right, he gains some boosts, but they're only temporary. But you can eventually gain permanent powers. Awesome. We're going to head into the supporting characters. Again, 4 copies of each unless otherwise noted. We're going to start with we had Craven the Hunter, which is Cravenoff. Electro, which is Max Gillen. Absolute Power. Wounding enemy supporting character at the cost of 3 or less. The Vulture, Adrian Toombs. Scavenger Mastermind. Build and put an equipment card from your KO pile in your hand. Neat. Not a lot of equipment cards overall because this game doesn't use them as much as the original trading card version did, but there are some neat ones out there. The Scorpion, Mac Gargan. Who has just hanging out with some Spider Slayers and in there for some insects. Sinister, when Scorpion enters melee combat, put a -1/-1 counter on each enemy character in combat. And then he has super strength. The Shocker. Oh boy. I don't remember the Shocker's name. I'm trying to think if it came to the top of my head and it's just not there. Aftershock. Any combat after the damage counters combat resolves, put 2 +1/+1 counters on a character who's on your side in combat, or put 2 -1/-1 counters on an enemy. That's neat. So, Spider characters were all kind of boosting Spider characters, or really boosting Spider-Man, playing the Friends ability. The Sinister Six is all about placing a lot of +1 counters on themselves or minus counters on your opponent. Neat. Chameleon has his knockout darts. Tail of wounding character. We have the Jackal, Miles Warren, I believe. Berserker, when Jackal attacks, put a 1/1 counters on him. Put a 1/1 counter. I thought it said a 1/1 counters. I was like, weird. And he also has Sinister, so he puts a -1 on each character in combat. Dr. Octopus, who has Grab. Well, Doc Ock is in the front row. Enemies can't fly over him and figure out anything. Doc Ock uses a printed build or main superpower respectively with 1 power symbol cost on another supporting character for free. Interesting. Does this... No, I was just seeing if this had anything that like noted on there. If they had a mention, like if it said it had to be any character. Nope. We have Green Goblin, who has Sinister as well. Like, oh, Sinister. Nice thing. And he has the Sinisterest. If an enemy character would gain any number of -1 counters, they put that many +1 instead. I love some of the jokiness of the set too. Kirk Connors, the Wizard. Climb at the start of your main phase, you may exhaust the location or side if you do put a +1/+1 counter on Lizard. Ferocious. While in melee combat, attacks where the character is ferocious and lethal. Wounds a defending support character. KO him. The Rhino. His name is Alexius something? He's Russian. I can't remember his exact name either. Super strength, and here comes the horn. Double Rhino's current attack this combat. Nice. That's pretty cool. Craven the Hunter, who has preparation potion. He appears with 3/1/1 counters, and then he has Hunter has 3/3 +3 attack while attacking. Negative Man, I don't even have a clue on what his real name is. Improved Dark Force generation. Oh, I didn't know he used Dark Force. That's cool. Same as Cloak and Dark Star. At the end of your turn, at the start or end of your turn, put a -1/-1 counter on a character, and Corrupting Touch, stun enemy character as a -1/-1 counter. Nice. We have Mysterio. Whose name I also can't think of right now. I should know this because it was in the movie. I guess depends on which one. Because there's, my brain started saying Quentin. That is his name, but my brain went Quentin Queer, but that's X-Men. It's there, but it's just not coming. Stealth. Mysterio can melee attack protected characters and messing with minds. Choose an enemy frontline or back row until the end of your next turn while characters in that row it loses its printed keyword powers. That's cool. Flint Marco, the Sandman. Super Saiyan Strength. Quadruple all +1/+1 counters and attack defense increases Sandman would get in melee combat. Very cool. Alright, then we have some plot twists. We have the Sinister Syndicate, which is a really cool picture in general, too. Shows a bunch of the different squads from, like, over the years. Plus some really neat people I don't think we've ever seen in the game, which would be fun. Like, I don't know if we ever got, like, a Stegron or a Tarantula. Yeah, or some of these other characters is showing on here. Be pretty cool. Combat. Choose a Sinister Syndicate character on your side to combat to strike an enemy character in combat. So it's always neat to see is how these compare to the hero versions, because usually they're like opposites when they do these. So Spider Friends says choose a Spider Friend character, it can't be struck, and this one says choose a Sinister character on your side in combat to strike an enemy character. So it's like, hey, these are forcing, the other guys are defensible. We have Stay Aggressive. Some more guys. Is that Toad in there? There's White Rabbit. The Walrus. Interesting. Combat. Choose a character on your side. In combat, the attack higher than its defense, put a 1/1 counter on it, and draw a card. That's cool. So this one's, again, if you have higher attack than defense, and Stay Alert is higher defense than attack. So it's really neat, like, kind of going the opposite direction. Then these guys have better sorry than safe. Just choose a character on your side in combat. Convert any mode of its defense into attack. And this one did the other thing, turns its attack into defense. I like how they play opposite of each other. So if you're including both of these in your deck, you're making a Spider Friend Sinister, you have options of doing either, which is really cool. Then we have one copy of an equipment, which is hallucinogenic gas. One of a kind, and lose your way. Equip only to an unequipped character. Equipped character loses and can't gain keyword powers. When an equipped character gets stunned, this card's owner may equip it to an unequipped character. Interesting. Yeah, so this doesn't work like the opposite of the other one. This one loses keywords. You can't gain powers, which shuts down some cool combos. When an equipped character gets stunned, its owner may equip to an unequipped character. Nice, so you can keep equipping it to other characters. Or the Spider-Man one lets you just attack a protected character. So again, combining these two decks, which is always something you can do, is mix and match and make a half-half deck. There could be some really potential neat combos in there. So we do get one special location here, a Sinister Station. It's the female team. Female Electro, it's like female Beetle. I don't know who all the rest are off the top of my head. Nowhere to save. At the start of your turn, you may turn this location face down. If you do, turn up to 2 enemy locations face down. Oh, cool. So the Spider-Man lets you flip yours up. This one forces your opponent to flip 2 face down. Neat. Then we have the Oscorp, which is a special location that gives us access, all 4 symbols for any Sinister character. We have our 2 copies of the Word on the Street, which is just 4 total. And then the last cards are the Academy, Fortress, Laboratory, and Training Ground. So 4 of each there. With the new pictures on them, which are really cool. Alright, that is pretty fun there. So some really neat stuff there. I just want to double check to make sure I didn't miss any new rules in here. Building decks, all that stuff's the same. Yeah, I kind of wish they had added some new, like, bosses in there, or location, like, those things. I really love them, the boss battles, and the trains and stuff like that. That would be kind of neat. Like, a new train. It's already a big enough deck, but, like, eliminate, like, 2 characters from, like, 1 character from each side. That's 8 cards. If you could have done that and added, like, 2 boss battle cards, and, like, maybe, like, some Spider-Man boss battles, that would have been kind of neat, because they started doing some of the heroes. In some of the other sets, that would have been kind of neat. Like, the villains could have then fought against Spider-Man as a boss. That would have been a neat thing. Or had some new trains for, like, the New York cityscape. That would have been kind of cool as well. Alright, this was Protectors of New York. So, yeah, Spider-Man has lots of defensive and protective stuff and boosting each other as a team and helping each other. Sinister team has a lot of gaining plus counters or giving out minuses. Not really as cohesive as a team in that sense, but they're really, each individual character can get pretty powerful. But again, you can mix and match them together to make some really cool combinations. And if you pick up the 2 previous sets, part of this block, you're going to get some Defenders and Underworld characters, which will have some other neat combos with them. So yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, this again was currently, as of this video, it was still an Upper Deck exclusive. I don't know if that's going to be a timed release or if it's not, but if you haven't picked up all 3 sets, it's a great way to get all 3 at the same time. Just because they're all at the store, so you can pick them all up, get them bundled together. And we'll see what they come up with next. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.